Hey, this is Jamey with Stonemeyer Games, and today I'm going to talk about my favorite mechanism in Jetpack Joyride, the tabletop game. I actually played this game on my phone years ago, and I had a good time with it. I thought it was a fun side-scrolling game. It's basically one of those side-scrolling games where you start flying in one direction and you keep on going until you reach the end of the level or if you die. And I was really impressed actually with the tabletop implementation of this game. It was easy to learn. I played this at Geekway Mini a few months ago. It was easy to learn and fast and easy to play. And the basic idea is that you are flying through a side-scrolling array of tiles using these polyomino plastic tiles. So they're I guess these are kind of your own mat that you're forming, and these are the tiles that you're placing on there to form your path throughout this course. And along the way, you are trying to achieve these goals that happen randomly each round. So there's some random goals that come out that all players are trying to achieve, and you're also potentially trying to be the first player to finish. But not always necessarily so. And this is where the really cool thing about this game, my favorite aspect of this game, comes into play, which is that it is a real-time game, but there's no timer. Players simply, at some point, I think one player says go, and all players start to grab these tiles from the middle of the table and place them on their board. And players can take as much time as they want, but they do stop when one player finishes the course. So the reason that you might want to finish the course quickly is that you prevent other players from finishing. But if you haven't completed any of these goals, then you're probably not going to get many points that round. And so it's a real-time game where players essentially collectively decide how fast they want to play, because you could really take your time with this and accumulate quite a few points, or take your time and have another player rush and still get more points from them. So there's an incentive to be precise and follow the goals more than there's an incentive to be the first to finish. And I really like that. I really like that this real-time element where players can determine the speed of the game. It reminds me a little bit of an auction game I really like. I'm forgetting the name of it now. Let me know in the comments. It's one of my favorite auction games. I don't know why I'm forgetting it, but it's one where there's an auctioneer with a paddle, and they determine how fast the auction goes based on how fast they count out loud. And this reminded me a little bit of that, and that players are determining how long the real-time element of the game goes. So that's Jetpack Joyride. I really enjoyed this real-time element to the game, and I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments if you've had the chance to play it, or if you've played other real-time games where players dictate the amount of time that's available for all players to play. Yeah, Jetpack Joyride. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Thanks.